Oh, hey. Hey guys, we're in O-Town today. Right in front of a Ukrainian church that we can't get up to because they're doing work to it. But it's right across from the train station, or should I say the bus stop. Due to them tearing up the tracks in our part of Poland that we were visiting before, I had to take the bus again. 2 hours of pure joy. Back seat. Lucky me. So, yeah, good times. So, there's the bus that I was on. And, I was somehow in a group of, like, high school or college students. And, this kid next to me, the entire 2 hours, I kid you not, he focused on McDonald's. He had his phone was open, and he had the McDonald's app open, and he kept choosing different things. I swear, the kid was just ready to for us to get off so we could go and pick up his meal. So we're gonna explore. I know nothing about this town. I know it's a halfway point for our trip for tomorrow. I didn't want to ride the train for 6 hours. So join me, let's see what we can find. I did want to take a moment though and look at this fine looking structure right here. Looks like it's out of the 70s or 80s. And then next to it is the train station. Huh. All right, let's walk aimlessly and see what we can do. We haven't gone far from our building, but I wanted to point out something. As I'm across the street in the shade at this like little plaza, there is trash everywhere. This is not really the cleanest city I've visited. Like, I'm pretty sure those beer bottles are not from the birds. Just saying. Look at it. It's a whole bloody tree. Now, originally we weren't going to stop in this city, as I said. This was going to be a just a skip over, if you will. But I feel like we have the underappreciated cities here in Poland, and that the O-Town needed some love. So I hope we can find some for it. A lot of old school apartment buildings to the left, but it looks like we're getting to more historical stuff as we walk more into the city center. Got a few nicer buildings here, but then some like nondescript ones. I can only imagine how hot it is up top. Ooh, all right, I got a landmark, guys, right up ahead. I see a church. I see a steeple to a church way up. That's where we're heading for then. That's where everything is. It's got to be. So here's a really cool landmark. Look at this place. Look at all these food choices. They got pizza, calzones, zabianki, sweets. You know what? If this place wasn't boarded up like this right here, I bet you they even have some wonderful, delightful red velvet. Kind of eerie though, like that. I wonder when was the last time that was even like opened up. You know, first impression, I'm getting some Szczecin vibes. Let's see if that's a good or bad thing. I found a green building to match the green trees. And look at this beautiful little, I don't know what that is. Hey, but look, it's right next to King Kebab. Poland and their obsession with kebab. We are passing some weird metal thing. Could be a musical instrument. I don't know. And this looks like some sort of shopping center to our right, Manhattan Centrum Handloove. I do say they have a very active tram system here in town. So, but having said that, trams really mean nothing to me because when I was in Krakow, I never took the tram, ever. I walked everywhere. Well, these aren't wedding dresses, but I found some dresses. Again, another kebab. Like, oh, you know, I said that, and then I think I found, oh no, it's just more dress shops. A lot of color used here. A lot of color. Oh, there's like a sewing place, is what it is. And then on like, yeah, okay, oh, it's a seamstress. But then look, guys, more dresses. Just no wedding dresses. Look at this building. God. The browns in the wood. Interesting architectural choice. We're finally getting some apartment buildings with a little bit more style, a little bit more Art Nouveau with the designs on them. Aha. We must be getting closer to the old town. Because even look across the street right over here. Look at all these houses. I can feel it. Thank goodness. Oh, I have spotted my church right over there. Let us go. Oh, wow, that's huge. All right, let's go. Just like every other Polish city and town I have been to, they have an Adama Mickiewicza street. And we just wait patiently to cross. As there's like a guard on this building that's kind of like looking out at me. I'll show you. This is definitely quiet. I don't know if that's the reason for that. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if you can see. You can see that guy right there, the etchings. And then on the building, look at the carvings. It's awesome. And then, yeah, this is a cool little street over here. And then look at this church. Wow. We are assuming it's a church based off of the number of crosses I see. I do not think it is a school. Could be a monastery though. Yeah, it's funny just going a little bit farther down how we're just getting a little bit more flavor and pizzazz in these homes. But look at this. This has to be a cathedral or something. Look at the glass on the outside. Wow. Beautiful. All right. Now, they didn't know I was coming, so we should be able to get in. Okay, we got into the first part. All right, first part's done. That was the church. There's a little view from how I look up to it. I was just reading over. They had different plaques along the wall, and different dedications and memorials to different people. And there was one to Katan, which I'm glad they had that. We've talked about it before, and about how it's something that in Polish history you never want to forget. About the extermination, the killing of 22,000 Polish soldiers and intelligentsia under the orders of Joseph Stalin. And still kind of reflecting on that, knowing that when the Germans found these mass graves in the woods, the Russians said it was strictly a propaganda thing. They didn't want to take responsibility for it. Yeah, certainly a dark time in history. for sure. Look at this apartment building right here. It's very, very pretty. As I said, I think we have now gotten into the more, we'll say aesthetically pleasing part of town. And we actually have to cut over a few streets, I think, to get more of it. But I'm glad we got a church out of the way, so we can check that one off the box, off of what we usually look for. Now look at this, we got a little mosaic here. I don't think this one's very old, but it looks like a little playground type. Anyway, I like to point them out. Well, we're coming to some very interesting part of town. I see it looks like a large academic building on one side. Ugly, butt ugly statue. It's a World War II statue. I'll take back what I said, but we'll check it out. And then it looks like there's a prison to our right. You'll see. So here's building number 1. And then here's a shopping center. And then you'll note right to the side, we're actually going to go that way, I think, because there's something else I want to check out. But you can see, like, the guard towers. We just keep hitting guard towers. I do not know why. Hit them in Katowice, hit them here. They actually put them into the city proper, which is different from where I am. Now, based on the red paint and the defacing, I'm willing to bet this is a World War II monument. Something glory to the Soviet Union. What do you guys think? Just guessing. I have no idea. But there's a reason why they blocked it off. I mean, it needs some attention to begin with, but that's so weird. I'm focusing more on the little prison, I think. Could actually just be a military facility, but I don't know. I want to get closer and film it, but I also know that I really don't want to deal with the consequences of that. Yes, I said it, the consequences, because that's what it can be. Bad things. Oh, this is weird. Look at the statue a little bit more. So on this side, now that I can actually see it, they got some cows, looks like some sheep down below, and I don't know, other industrial grade stuff. So maybe it's actually like a old Polish government memorial. Just kind of going with the flow, I've decided to cross the street and go down to this park right here. Here's hoping to it being something nice. I am noticing something though. This is a hilly area, very hilly. Look how green it is though, this park. This actually was one of my criteria for staying here for the night, is I had to be able to find some parks that I could run in. Just realized I should probably switch my hat. I look a little bit crazy with my yellow hat and my green undershirt and my Hawaiian shirt. At least you guys don't judge me, right? So I said 250 meters is the center. So we'll see what this does or is not. We're going to follow the other people. I know this is a new concept for all of us, me following other people, but I figured they'll take us to where we need to be. So how many people think there's a bunch of jiki that hang out in here at night? I'm thinking the over-under is pretty good. Pretty good. It's funny, it's like you're in the middle of the city, but you don't even feel like it. It's like this is their version of Central Park. You see some buildings way in the background. Huh. It's cool, I like it. I like the energy down here, even if I'm thrown for a loop. Nice breeze over here. And unlike other places, look, the fountains are actually being run. Doesn't look like there's any homeless people swimming in these either, so maybe that's why. Some woman was just here on the steps and stretched out, and her significant other, or maybe friend, I'll put that in air quotes, was taking pictures for her. Must be nice. As we pass the wildflowers right here. we are going to go a little bit farther now to, I think, Stare Miasto. They thankfully have some little maps up here and stuff like that. So I can see, here I'll show you, here in Central Park. And seriously, they call it Central Park. Right here, Central Park. And Stare Miasto is this way 10 minutes. So I guess we'll go check out Stare Miasto. Yay. Well, just getting out of the park, you get this view right here of this huge church. You guys see that? And I happen to just come across a giant tour group. So clearly we are approaching the old town. And another park. I like this. I like all the parks. Now I believe, I'm actually staying on the other side of town. But my Airbnb ladies hasn't even checked in yet, by the way. It's almost 2 o'clock. I was just checking at 3 and she hasn't sent me much information. But anyway, we're just gonna explore instead. Not gonna rush. So, as I have said on many occasions, I'm not a big fan of tour groups. I think they're obnoxious. And I don't think we're gonna go into this church because the group's right here. And this guy's an awesome individual. But I did want to show you because this is a Basilica Minor, which is blocked from my trees, so you don't get a good view. But if you're inclined and want to go into the cathedral at Yucaba or Jacob, then you should. I, on the other hand, I'd rather explore some of these little side streets. They look more adventurous for us and pretty. Can someone explain to me why in every tour group you always have to have like the loud one? Actually, loud ones. It's like when I'm teaching school. It's like you want to have them up front so you can tell them to just shut their mouths. Oh, the flowers right there. It's pretty. Ooh, I like this. I like this old town. Check this out. They got the deer up there and then some other animals. Looks like just birds. So it's sort of like an understated street. And then I think we might be in the center part right here based off of how the buildings are and the arches. How cool is this? This is always the best part of when you're discovering a brand new city and then you just kind of find yourself in those spots. Like, look at this building right here. Look how sweet this is. Down there we'll have to cut in and explore. Little restaurants. I am hungry. But before we do that, yeah, I'll show you all the quadrants. So we get down here. If you actually go straight, there's a church. And I'm assuming this is the center. Because here's like your public buildings where stuff would be done. Oh, what a treat is this. Look at this. We have not been in a, actually since I've been back in Poland, this is the first time that we've been in a proper city square. So cool. Finally back home, if you will, in that regard. So here you go. Here are the buildings. When we go to Opole, I'll show you their center. Isn't that nice? It's funny how like a lot of them they're all very similar, but they're also different. Like this building here, and then next to this white one, this is kind of, looks like an astronaut down below. But then, like, look at this building. Look at the, oops, not the sky, but look at the building. And then you just kind of look up, like they're not all painted, they're not all designed, but it's very quaint. It's very, very pretty. I like it. And true to, I guess, most of these squares, like, you have churches that are kind of, like, on the sides of it. kind of representing how they still have an importance in everyday life as well. Another fountain going. Got some moss over there, a little restaurant action. Here's some distinguished locals from O-Town. No idea who they are. Cute little church right here. And then without even knowing it, without even trying, look right ahead. See, if you go across this way, there's a museum to this region. And you have the style, it looks like a castle of some sort. Another church in the way background. It's beautiful. We are lucking out, guys. Okay, let's go into this evangelical church if it's open. I don't think it will be. Yeah, no. Not so much. I didn't expect it to be. They never are. Except on Sundays. Wow, this is adorable. There's a little like parkway with more restaurants lined on the side. I think that's Copernicus because they put an astronaut next to him. And people are rubbing his nose because that's what we do with every statue in this area. But I believe this right here is your entrance into a castle of sorts, because I'm trying not to, well, maybe we can walk into it. Because down below looks like this looks like where it's almost like a drawbridge. I don't know how else to explain it without showing you. So let me, we'll just cut to the side for a moment. But it's like we're really, really high up right now. And then if you look out, see how it looks like a drawbridge almost? Well, it's not a drawbridge, but just the terminology. And then you go into the Old Town area. We're not going to be in here long, but I just wanted to show you. Here's the inner courtyard. I think this is still the church right here. And then there's the walls and stuff like that. They're setting up for a concert or something or other. I did see, though, on the side, I was able to read the English version of it, that they had a lot of Gdansk builders, like, for example, build these gates right here. Which explains, this tree is glorious. Which explains, actually, a couple things to me. Because just looking at this structure, I feel like it's something out of Gdansk. And then you can go down the hill into a park, who knows? I don't know. So this is what we call flying blind. But as I actually look up now, I'm going to stand to what I just said. This is a castle. Yeah, it's a castle. And it was the city's castle. There we go. Knew it all along. And in that way it makes sense. You can walk out in the common market, sell stuff. The people can come across if they need anything. Okay. Wow, we are high up. Because even here, like, we're not... Ooh, it's different. It's the hill lands. And I don't want to be, like, sarcastic, so I'm not even... Because this city is like the center of, what is it, the Warmia and the Missouri regions. But since we all know my Polish is non-existent, I'm sure I didn't pronounce either one of those right. I would say, though, first impressions, it's pretty cool. Better than I expected, honestly, from what we got when we first walked in off the train bus area. Again, we're back in the square, trying to do the whole loop, if you will. And then we're going to grab a bite to eat down below. And then if you hang a left and ignore the pizza delivery guy who thinks he's in Fast and Furious, again, it's just kind of some understated buildings. And then here's the gate. It would have been the city gate to bring you in. It's beautiful. And oh my God, they have a White Bear coffee. How can you go wrong? And yes, I'm a proud sponsor. Actually, they're a proud sponsor of me, White Bear Coffee. Got some music in the background so they can flag my channel. Thanks, buddy. She's sitting on the ground. I like her version, though. Crap, I hate the cyclists here, because this isn't really a place to do what they're doing. So we'll go on the other side and get a better vantage point. So I don't know what's going on. Are we like the center of the space program here? Cute little area. We have the Guy Take Off Shirts Club. And then here's the gate. In a vintage view, if you were standing right here and you're looking at it just like I am. You're welcome. Totally not helpful. So we're leaving the center, walking down. Haven't really found a place to eat yet. Not that there's not Joe Gonzalez's right here. It's like it's too hot for me to eat right now. Oh, San Giovanni. Yeah, it feels too hot. This Peroni place, no, Parola. Another burger place. Yeah, we're just walking farther down. There's like a cocktails and shots bar right over there. Andrea's. Prosecco restaurant. Oh, here we go. Here's where I need to be. You know, 4th of July was this the other day, guys. I need to go to my American Party Club. Yeah. America. America. You know, it's nice. It's like you actually get out of the mix. And, you know, they clearly still have like some old town stuff right down the hill. So if it wasn't crowded, but I'm just saying if you need to get out and stretch, if you will, definitely have that opportunity. All right. Don't know what to do next. Don't know what to do. I don't know how well you can see it in the shadows of the old town area that we were just in, but here is this river that flows underneath. It's like a natural barrier, if you will. I don't know if it's natural, but we're going to say it is. A natural barrier that would have defended the town on one end and the hills on the other. I imagine in the wintertime when all the foliage is gone, gives you a more striking view. And as you see, this is quite the funky bridge. Here's your view right over here. Water's not that deep. Deep enough for you to get wet and get tangled up. I'm imagining a bunch of like eels down there waiting to grab my legs. So while I enjoy the quietness of Central Park and ponder my next move, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. I hope you enjoyed this rather short, for me anyway, walk around town. And we'll see each other again real soon. Peace. Some bonus footage right here. Here's the fire department. It's cool. They have these carvings, these murals out front of the building. It's a beautiful building. And then in back they have like this probably was the original one, and then in back they have like the larger bays for their fire trucks. All right, goodbye from O-Town. Till next time.